Hey up guys, in today's lesson I'm going to show you compound third chords using only 2 fingers that sound absolutely beautiful. This lesson is going to be in E major and this is going to move all the way up the neck and it's going to give you something beautiful to play. Let's get into the lesson now. Essentially what we're going to do is we're going to take the chords E major, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, A major, B major, C sharp minor, D sharp diminished, and then back to E again. So the first thing you need to know is that these shapes are derived from the E chord. Now if you remember from any of my other lessons that the 3 fingers that you have on are the 5th, the root and the 3rd. And the 3rd being underneath this index finger. Well, the only notes we need really are the root note, which is the foundation note, and the 3rd, which is this one under the 1st finger. If we get rid of everything else and we just keep those 2 strings, the E string and the G string, then that will give us what we need to make what is called a compound third chord. It's called a compound third because it goes over the octaves. That's subject for another lesson. This is the major shape. And this is the minor shape. For the major version, we're going to need chord 1 here, which is an E major. And if you follow along with the diagrams on screen, then hopefully everything should make sense. So, there's the E, but this is the 2-fingered version of the F sharp minor. And as you can see, I only have 2 fingers on there. And you can see that those 2 fingers are on the E and the G string. At the moment, I'm missing all the other strings. Those are the only 2 strings that I'm playing. So if I take those 2 strings, that is my chord 2, which is minor. This is my chord 3, which is the G sharp, which is minor as well. So that uses the same shape. And you can see that what I'm doing is I'm just sliding up there. I'm using the grooves in my fingertips to find that next shape. Now the next chord is major and I have to move up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize that groove in that 3rd finger that I've created. I'm going to do what I call a sliding anchor. So that goes from the 4th fret up to the 6th fret. And what I do is I switch fingers over here. Notice how I switch from the 2nd to the 1st finger. 2nd to the 1st finger there. This gives me an A major chord. And then if I move that up 2 more frets, that gives me a B major chord. You can see it's exactly the same shape. Then what I have to do is I have to move to chord 6, which means this 3rd finger slides up 1 fret and the 2nd finger comes back over and hits the same fret that is on, because that's the minor shape. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this up another 2 frets to get to chord 7, which is diminished. Now you'll notice that this is the same shape as the minor, which is cool because we're thinking of this as being the root and this as being the minor 3rd. Now I'm going to move up to the 12th fret, so I move my 3rd finger up to the 13th fret there, and I'm just sliding that finger along, switch over to the 1st finger on the 12th fret there, and you can see I get back to that major shape. So remember, that's the major shape, that's the minor shape. So there, I'm going to have that major shape. And this gets me back home. Because I've hit the 12th, I'm back at the original chord 1. And if I take that all the way up, I can go 1, chord 1, chord 2, chord 3, chord 4, chord 5, chord 6, chord 7, chord 1. Now they sound great, you know, as is, and you've probably heard these in lots of different songs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the B and the thin E string. These are allowed because in the key of E, the E is the root note and the B here, it's the 5th degree of the E major scale. So we can add that in there. And what that allows us to do is add some texture to these chords. It provides some harmony. So let's just try that. Here we go. There's the E. That's beautiful. And so what I'm doing here is I'm plucking the E string, the G string, the B string, and the thin E string. Chord 2, Here comes chord 3, chord 4, chord 5, chord 6, chord 7, back to chord 1. If you want to think of this as being chord progression, say take something like a 6-2-5-1, which is a really common chord progression. That would be C sharp minor, down to an F sharp minor, to the 5, which is the B, to the E. If I put that together, you can hear that this is a really pretty thing to do. And like I say, it only involves 2 fingers, so it's an easy win. Hey up guys, if you got some value from that lesson, please hit that subscribe, wallop that like button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my other lessons, and make sure you drop a comment below if you've enjoyed this. If you can do this, if you've done it and you've made some beautiful music, then let me know. This is part of a series of lessons, and if you look around here now, there's a video going to pop up any minute that if you follow on from this one, you'll be able to add that to this, and then that's going to sound even more beautiful. So click on that, and I'll see you in another lesson. Take care guys, stay safe.